Hi everyone, I'm so sorry I'm late. I had a meeting running longer than I had anticipated. But now I'm here, I'm ready to play some bullets and bullet against you guys. We have so many people in the chat. We have so many people. We have Vertrich, we have MNT Dreamer, we have Megat Yusevich. Chespe is in the house. We have Isolda, Atomic Player, a lot of regulars, and Borovnica. So what's gonna happen today is I'm playing games with you. I'm gonna have to update my Twitch title. I didn't have time to do that. Let's correct the hammer time to games with viewers, and I'm gonna do a tweet. I'm playing with viewers, come challenge me, and then the link to GMJLH on Twitter. Let's put a nice GIF. Do you say GIF or GIF? I don't know. But let's put that out there. Anything else I forgot in my rush? First time for Dean. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Daddy Cool in the house. We have Tom, Gustav, Haji on GIF. I don't know. Because GIF is more like the Norwegian way to say it. I imagine that Americans would do more of a GIF. Yeah, Vertrich is coming with the big explanation. And being an American, he wants it to be Jiffy. GIF as in Jiffy. What happened to your hair? Asks Fantasy. There's nothing wrong with my hair. What are you talking about? It's fine. It's there. My dad had gray hair at 25. My hair is doing just fine based on the genes I'm stuck with. Okay, we're off. First game, I'm gonna do the bullet challenges first, but you're only gonna get one game. So the good thing about the bullet games is that they go quickly, and I'm gonna prioritize you. So if you need to go soon, I recommend challenging to a bullet game. And if you have some time and want to play Blitz, I recommend you to stick around and do a Blitz challenge. Let's take this one. We're closing in on a checkmate here. Ooh, and now it's the first checkmate of the day. 13 moves. So let's get some hammer times for that. Booyah. That's how we start the day. Okay, we're playing against Chesically Inclined. That's a tongue twister right there. Prider is in the chat. That was quick. LOL. Yeah, bad luck. Got that attack going and never looked back. That's how I roll. Now I got another attack going. Or do I? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Just you take this one, see what happens. You know what? I might even not take back. I might take this one. Okay, let's go here. Now do this. Slightly nervous about stuff going on here, but that move I'm not nervous about. Another round of hammer time with a checkmate on on h7. It's a good start to the day. Kind of stuck. I was hoping for him to do that. I was just waiting on him to do that. Free rook. No, I should have taken the knight. I should have taken the knight. I forgot that my rook is hanging here in the end. Oh, but he didn't see it either. He didn't see it either. I got my move order mixed up there, but it worked out in the end. My first clip, says Atomic Player. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone clipping. I want to tell the story of my match against Johann Sebastian. I played a bullet match on Sunday, and a lot of people were clipping moments, and just it was so fantastic for me because I could just go on Twitter afterwards and post all of your clips. So whenever there's a good match or a good clip, I'm gonna try to get those posted on my Twitter. Keep in mind that I'm gonna have an easier time finding your clip or noticing your clip if you give a good descriptive title. So those are the go-tos for clipping. Do take your time making a descriptive title. Okay, I'm a bit concerned about this pawn. I want to go f5, but I'm really scared to do it because then I think my pawn here would be in trouble. So now I'm maneuvering this knight. Never mind, he played g5. Big mistake, because now he doesn't have this square for the knight, and so I'm able to open up for my bishop. Let's go here. And then this one. Maybe I should have gone here. But there's time to fix your mistakes. Do I want to take this? Actually, no. No, I do not. Okay, I'll take this pawn. Let's see if we can give a check. Ooh, bad things happening to white right now. This rook b1 incoming. Megat is our Vertrich with the clip on how to clip. That's very meta of you. Actually, that's very good. Let's take this one. Why not? Ruining the pawn structure around black's king. That should be good. Now I'm kind of trying to block this bishop out of the game, as well as giving myself this square. And now this square. The pin towards the queen. And now for the fork. King and queen fork. Those are good. Ooh, can we get a rook and king fork? Consecutive forks. 2 forks in a row. Can we get the smothered mate? Yes, yes, we can get the smothered mate. Hammer time. I got wrecked, says Megat in the chat. Yeah, it happens. I'm sorry. I should be nicer to my viewers, but it's very, very satisfying to win games of chess. These games are so fast, says Kostov. Yeah, no, this is bullet. This is the... I say Formula 1 of chess, but it's not really true. Formula 1 is like the most boring sport you can ever imagine. Nothing happens for 8 hours and then suddenly one guy wins the race. So I should use different words. I'm not taking this rook because I genuinely think that my bishop is worth more than this rook. At the moment, at least. Now maybe I'm gonna take it. I'll take the queen. And then I'll take this rook because now he cannot capture my bishop afterwards. And for the sweet, sweet checkmate, bishop d4 incoming. Some might say you just described a game of chess, says that Thomas. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not gonna be the guy to say, oh, chess is massively entertaining. It's a bit of a slow game. But the thing about chess versus at least playing chess compared to playing poker, I think chess is a way better game than poker because most of the I blundered my rook. Oh, and now I could have taken this guy first. I'm getting my move orders mixed up as well. In poker, maybe it's because I'm not a very good player, so I don't kind of have the attention span or know what to look for. But in poker, you're supposed to sit there and throw away your bad hands. Whereas in chess, you can always calculate a lot of interesting opportunities coming up. Yeah, I don't have the greatest position, but it's bullet. You don't need a great position. You just need some speed. I would really like to give a check on the H-file, but I don't see that happening, unfortunately. Okay, he gave away a bishop for nothing. That's good news for me. I'm just gonna take this. Without the queens, there's less of a chance he's gonna checkmate me. And I'm gonna win on time. It's not my proudest win, but it's a win. And that's what counts. Isn't poker mostly based on luck? No, I don't think so. I think the fact that I always lose when I play poker illustrates that there is some skill involved and I don't have any. But there's the chance factor, which we don't have in chess, that a bad player or a beginner can beat a very experienced player. And that is basically the reason why poker is so popular. Because there is a chance. It's minuscule, but there is a chance. Whereas in chess, you just know there's no chance. Is it a bit dark in here? And am I having my settings the correct way? Okay, I'm a pawn up. I have the better pawn structure. And I have a potential attack going on. I'm just going to push this past pawn. See how far it goes. Then do this exchange. And up here. Ooh, trouble. Trouble for Black's king. Where to go? Let's give a check. Take this rook. Thank you. And we get a resignation. Thank you to Vertrich for helping out in the chat with practical information to people who wants to challenge me. You can use the exclam blitz or exclam bullet commands to get the link on how to challenge me in chess.com's live server. Mickey is playing pretty well. He has 1,000 rating, but who would know? He's playing some good chess right here. Maybe I would take this rook first and then go here, but Mickey is in the game. But he's down 15 seconds on the clock. And that can be absolutely crucial in bullet chess. Ooh, and I'm gonna take this one because now you have no way of defending this guy. Now I'm going after this guy. I'm going after all of your pawns. Now I'm going after this guy. Let's do the exchange. Pawn ending with 2 pawns up. I think I'm gonna win. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's just run with this guy up the board. And then let's get another one. 2 queens, why not? I have the bishop pair, but I'm giving it away because I just got the opportunity to take a rook. And I wanted that rook, so I took it. I need to be a bit careful about protecting my pawns. But here's the exchange of queens. Let's just keep pushing these pawns up the board and see what happens. Knight d5, I'll take that. I'm not even gonna take this one. Your bishop is so bad, I'm gonna attack it on the open file. Or capture it if you move up with your pawn. Lefong him, someone Lefong him, says Gustav in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful about that these next 2 games. I'm not gonna get some bishop h6 pre-move thing going on. A man from Utrecht is the one suggesting. Someone please punish Hammer's fianchetto pre-moving. Yeah. I got stuff under control. Don't you worry about it. If you do that, you're gonna lose your bishop for nothing. It's not a good strategy. Honestly, I catch more people doing it than I lose. But I guess that's part of the game. That you're doing something very risky because the benefit is pretty high. Am I gonna take this rook? Actually, I don't think so. I'll try to take it in a better... Yeah, see, because now he's... I think the rook was actually trapped anyhow. Free queen? Don't mind if I do. Elham goes down. Let's get some gnomes in here. Elham, the important team member for the Norway Gnomes. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to do that. That was a second game for Hedge. It's fine, I don't have a lot of challenges, but I'm not gonna be making a habit out of accepting second games. He was the next bullet game in a line, and I accepted it without thinking. That was not a good move. I'm just giving myself to the incoming. It was safe to take this one, but it's gonna be a problem coming up anyhow. Liam played 2 hours of Bughouse with Elham yesterday against Helmsnight. Wow, you challenged Helmsnight in Bullet. That's bold. That's very bold. It didn't go very well, he says. Actually, this is a good, nice setup for the little pivot. I'm going to be playing Bughouse with Helmsnight tomorrow. And it's a checkmate. Let's do some hammer times for that checkmate. Very cute checkmate. I'm playing Bughouse with Helmsnight tomorrow at 9 p.m. European time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. Ah, you played with Wesley. I didn't read all of your comments, Liam. You played Bughouse with Wesley against Helmsnight. Still sounds like quite the challenge. Sounds very, very tough. Yeah, no, if you and Wesley is on the line, are on the line tomorrow, we're gonna do that. We're gonna play for some hours. So you just get Wesley for another bullet challenge, Bughouse challenge tomorrow. Wesley is amazing at Bughouse. I was so surprised, says Liam. I don't know why you're gonna be surprised. I mean, the guy is top 10 in the world in chess. He's gonna be pretty decent at Bughouse as well. Now I'm coming with the knight over here, attacking some stuff. Now opening up a little bit. Get the king up here, block this diagonal, Get the king further up. And now one rook on this one, and one rook on this one. And let's get some of these pawns. And then the checkmate. Ooh, he tricked me! Ooh, that's a nice trick. That's a very nice trick, actually. I was so sure I was gonna get rook here, checkmate on the next move. And he goes rook e2. Had he had more time, maybe he could have tricked me. Is this pawn, can I stop this pawn? I don't know, actually. Maybe it's tricky. No, I can just go back. Yeah, it was a nice trick, but it wasn't really working out. Okay, there's two more bullet games in the queue, and then we're going to blitz. There's not a lot of blitz challenges. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but there's room for some blitz games if you give me a challenge. I should go here probably at some point. This is a weird pawn structure. I should have good chances. Yeah, he could have actually just taken this pawn. Now I'm getting a lot of stuff for free, which of course I appreciate. I almost went here. Actually, I'm gonna go here. Am I running out of places to put my pieces? Rook c1. Rook c1 would have been pretty good. But here I get the petite tactique to make sure I eliminate some of these pesky black pieces. Ooh. Ah, it's not checkmate. That would have been a very sweet checkmate. Ah, and I just realized I'm actually quite low on time. Realized just in time that I was getting low on time. What is a book? Asks Finesta. That's a very good question. So the Norwegian term book is blunder. It means that you make a mistake, essentially. So that is a weird chess term in Norwegian. Let's see, 2 more bullet challenges and then we're off for blitz. Hello everybody, says Norwegian Chess Giant. I got an email from you and I opened it but I forgot to read it. So I'm gonna try to remember to read through that email. I made a little trap and he fell for it. I thought he was gonna go attack my pawn, and he did. You would think I could checkmate this king. I'm not sure how. Let's give away the queen. Why not? Never mind. Okay, no more bullet challenges. We're ready to go for the 3-minute challenges. And we're starting off with a very tough challenge. We're playing against Kostov. $25-32. Yeah, Magnus says Buka. To be honest, I think my Booyah is just a misunderstanding of what Magnus says. So he says Buka, and he says it's a Ollie G reference. So Magnus played something very similar to this against Anish recently. And then he went like A4, I would say. Can I go A4? Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, so Booyah is the common expression in English, says Chesbay. But Buka is the Ollie G version, I suppose. Let's just keep pushing this guy up the board. Liam asks, can you give us an insider why Magnus declined the invitation to the Speed Chess Championship? I didn't know that he had declined. So, it appears you know more about this than I do. So my answer is no. Maybe I'll ask, do you have any more insider information? I really like my position. I think I got such a good position right now. Oof. Such a good position. I mean, he cannot move any pieces. My bishop is harassing him on this diagonal. My queen is doing some work on the d file. And look at how cramped he is. He cannot move his pieces forward. Probably his best move is to go knight c4, even though that loses a pawn. No, an exchange, a rook for our bishop. This just gets more and more reminiscent of the Carlsen-Giri game. Let's see if I can win in style like Carlsen. I'm not sure about this move though. I'm not sure about that move, because I'm giving him these squares a bit too easily. But I'm just thinking, if I remove pawns in front of his king, that's gonna be so dangerous for him. For instance, now, how do you defend against Queen h4? I don't think you can. I think this was a pretty good game. No way of defending on h2. And Gustav resigns. It's a good start to the Blitz games. beating a very strong player. 2500 chess.com rating. The English opening is terrible, says Gustav in the chat. I don't know. Basically, whenever I've played top level events, everyone played the English against me. And they won time and time and time again. So, at some point I got upset very much. Very upset about the English opening being too good. Okay, somehow I landed myself into an exchange French. And this is not the best kind of exchange French either. Thank you to Haugavrock with the 4-month resub. I love the fact that 4-month resubs are more common than 1-month subs. People are so loyal. I really appreciate it. Too weak, too slow. My bet is on Hammer or Hansen winning the qualifier. Notice who I said first. What is going on? Did something get published? Did something get published? I guess I don't find it in the chat, but I guess we're gonna do a big reveal. I don't think I can call it exclusive, seeing as how people are talking about this. Bullet Championship. There's an open qualifier and an invitational qualifier. Yeah, no, to my big surprise, I was invited to the invitational qualifier for the chess.com Speed Chess Championship. So that is big news on my end. And I'm very excited to be invited, especially seeing as how I was talking to Danny and trying to convince him that you should have a requirement for 2500 chess.com blitz rating. I was nervous I wouldn't be able to make the 2600 required for the speed chess qualifying. And then Danny one-ups me and gets me the invite for the invitational tournament. That was, I was pretty happy. Okay, let's do some calculations. Take back. I think this kind of works, but I'm not sure. Thank you to some German Patzer for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. I actually got Twitch Prime myself. So for any Norwegians watching, it's actually, you get a pretty good deal. You get like, you can get Amazon Prime with Twitch Prime included for, I don't remember the sum, but it was pretty cheap. And you get the one free sub every month, but just as importantly, you get access to the video the movie library. So Amazon Prime is a streaming service like Netflix and all of that stuff. And I'm in trouble. I thought it was a pretty good deal. I think I'm gonna keep doing that deal for some time. I'm in trouble, actually. I'm nervous about my pawn structure. I should have spent more time calculating the consequences of that exchanges. And now he's threatening f4, so I'm going all desperate. I'm going desperate, playing f5, giving away this pawn to give my bishop safe haven on h8. But now I have the counterattack. Now I'm feeling good again. The counterattack is very strong. I just need a check on d4 and it's going to be checkmate. Ooh, I could have taken this rook. I'm not even gonna take that rook. I'm so obsessed with getting a check on d4. And now knight f3, and then the checkmate on h2. Vertrich is up next. Kostov asks, does Amazon Prime have all movies? No, not all movies, but they had quite a few Oscar-winning movies in Norway. So I have to say that I live in Norway, so the rights for movies can be different from country to country. So I don't know what you're gonna get in India and other places, but for Norway they had quite a few Oscar-winning movies. They had some series as well, but not the most recent ones. How long is the queue if I wish to try a game against MVL? I don't know. I'm not MVL, I'm sorry. But I can try to do a French accent. I can try to be MVL for you. I need something to get me going. Well, this is no. The thing is that my go-to accent for everything is just some kind of Russian thing, right? And it works pretty good for French because somehow French and Russian sound kind of similar, or at least their accents in English. Well, I was thinking that no, but the thing is, MVL doesn't. That's kind of a generic French accent, but MVL isn't very generic in any way of life. Chespe is trying to get me going. Baguette, camembert, champagne. Oh, that was actually pretty effective. You just say some French words and then boom, you're ready with the accent. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are good. Yes? Very good, everyone? I don't know. At some point in my life, I thought, ooh, I would be such a good stand-up. But the thing about stand-up is that the one thing you need to know as a stand-up comedian is you gotta have some accents. Everyone does it, and you gotta do it yourself as well. And I cannot do accents. Terrible, says Dark-Sided. Très bien, says Distant Fire. There seems to be some disagreement about the level of my French accent. Thank you to Chespe for helping out with issues challenging. Do tell me if there's something I need to fix on my end. French and Russian sound similar? No, says both German Patzer and Man from Utrecht. No, I really think so. I mean, not the languages. The languages are different. But I'm saying the way they speak English is kind of similar. The eagle is down, says Vertrich. Okay, good game, Vertrich. I got some nice tactics in there. Martin Devaney with the sub. Thank you. Do let me know if I can answer any more of your well-considered questions, Martin. Your blog is getting loads of love, says Chespe to Jackie the Swede. Is this a blog I should be following? What is the Swede talking about? What did you have for lunch today, Chespe? Oh, you're being very generous thinking that I had a lunch. I had a meeting that ran late, and I haven't eaten as much today as I would have liked to. I had some leftovers from dinner. Some vegetarian tacos-ish. Vegetarian wraps of sorts. Carrot count. I have had 1 carrot today, and in addition I have had some carrots that was mixed into my my leftover dinner. So about 1.5 on the carrot count for Staley. Let's do some carrots. What do you do for work, says Aluja. I am a chess professional. I just sit around in my living room playing chess all day. So this is what I do. You're watching it. Okay, we're gonna go pawn hunting. I want this one. This pawn I would really like, and also I like the fact that I have control over the C file. So I'm gonna annoy him on the C file and then get this pawn. Like this, for instance. Any national TV plans in the near future, asks Stiley. Oh, your timing is so good. Because this month is the month I had Queen E1 checkmate. I had checkmate in 1 move. And I didn't do it. Okay, I think I'm gonna win anyhow. But checkmate in 1 move missed. That is not good. Yes, your timing is good. This is the month of Norway chess. Norway chess starts on May 20, I want to say 7th. It's a Sunday in late May, the last Sunday in May. There's the Norway chess tournament, and we're gonna be doing coverage on TV2, Sportskanalen, for that tournament. Hit head harder for missing mate, says Ruggs. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't need to, as long as I win the game, it's fine. If I had lost the game after missing mate in 1, then maybe I would be a bit more disappointed. So Vityugov played this French thingy. I'm supposed to avoid this exchange of knights. I'm supposed to play rook b1. But I have never really played this line before, and so I forgot that I was supposed to play rook b1. Do I want to do it now? Nah, I don't care. Let's do this. You're supposed to get your knight to e3. But I don't remember how you're supposed to do that. I think it's something like this, and then you get your knight to e3. Can I take this guy? Can I take this guy? I don't know. Let's take this guy. Then go back. Is there a pawn storm coming? Are the pawns gonna hurt me? Possibly? Yes. It is very possible. Ooh, I'm just giving him h4 with the tempo. h5, I mean. That is so bad. I should have gone rook e1 first. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, this is not going very well. This is not great. I'm gonna have to swindle him. Do you know if I can watch the Norwegian coverage from Norway Chess? Of Norway Chess from Austria? There's probably an IP block, but I'm not sure. Maybe we have the rights for just all the rights, basically. But that I do not know. I'm not high enough up the food chain to know stuff like that. Yeah, at the very least, you're gonna need a subscription to the TV2 Sumo, which is the video on demand for Norwegian TV2. Why did you play a3 in this line? Were you planning b4? Yes. Yes, I was. I wanted to go b4, but then he blocked this by going c4. And then he has the en passant. So I had to find a new plan. And my new plan is to take this pawn. Of course, I had completely missed that move. Oh man, that's so bad. I'm gonna have to give up my rook on that one. Ooh, and then he comes with the... Ooh, and my rook is terrible over here. All my pieces are bad. I don't have a single good piece. Oh, actually, this guy is pretty good. This guy is gonna save the day. Actually, he can just take it. Ooh, he can just trap my rook. No. Okay, I'm coming with some counterplay. I'm gonna flag him. I feel a bit bad, but I got flagged so many times yesterday that my empathy has kind of disappeared. Ooh, and now he's gonna give me the chance to save the rook. I'm gonna take that opportunity. He cannot take the rook because then the queen is hanging. Ooh, but he tricked me. He tricked me with the bishop e4 check. Ah, no, but I tricked him because my queen is defended. He had not seen that my queen was defended. Okay, I can go here and take this rook. But honestly, I feel like there should be some kind of checkmate going on. I'm not even going to take that rook. I'm going to go give checkmate. Or at the very least, take the queen. Okay, good game, German Patzer. That was hard fought. How many challenges do you have? Asks Wild Honey Bear. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 challenges, but some of them are with people who have already played. So the queue is not that bad. It's like 10 challenges. Yeah, I won on time, but I was about to win on the board. Mouse slip. It's not the worst mouse slip in the world, but I was planning to go with my knight. Yataman says that he's in the challenges. Yes, yes you are. Are you ranked 2644 or is that your points? I'm kind of new to this. I'm cheering for you, says Vossakorven. Vossakorven is a special sausage in Norway. 2644 is not my ranking, it's my rating points. So the higher this number, the better. As opposed to ranking, which would be the lower, the better. So 2644 is going to be good enough to be top, maybe 200, top 200 on the server. It's pretty good. It's actually higher than normal. I've been playing good chess this week. So normally I would be like 2580, but now I'm 60 points higher than that. Okay, I'll take this one. Knight b4 is not really a threat, but I get the c file. Do you recommend being a pro chess player, asks Minnow. No, I do not. But it's a lifestyle. You get very used to it. I cannot imagine doing anything else, because this is the life I know. But in general, if you're gonna make a living from chess, you need to be stronger than what I am. I have some extra opportunities because I have done the commentary for Norwegian TV and helping out Magnus in World Championship matches. So if I had not been Norwegian, if I had been the same level I am and not been Norwegian, I don't think I could make a living of chess. Wow, ChessBase says that my highest ever rating on chess.com is 2649. So I'm approaching my highest ever chess.com rating. That is huge. Although in this game I'm in a bit of trouble. My guy Nizbilzi is playing a good game. I thought I had the advantage at some point, but now I think it's just very unclear. 322nd on the site globally. Okay, that's depressing. I really thought I was better than that. Okay, it's a blunder of a knight that ends the game, but it was well fought up to that point. What is my highest over the board rating? I have been 2705 some 3 years ago. Or maybe it's 2 years ago. I dropped very quickly. Ooh, we're gonna show one of the traps in the Russian opening. You should be careful about just repeating my moves, because now if you move the knight, I'm gonna have a discovered check on the king and simultaneously attacking the queen. So the best move here is actually to keep copying me with queen e7. But then I can take the knight and you have to go d6. Classic trap, says Distant Fire. Yeah, no, I actually played this for black. There are people who play this for black, saying that this position with the pawn down is okay. But it's not okay. But white needs to know what he's doing. So this knight c3 move is pretty good. Just giving the pawn back and then coming with knight b5. And now it's very difficult to defend this pawn. Any tips for a beginner who's getting started? Asks Aluha. I would recommend doing puzzles and playing games. In general, you should do what you enjoy. So I think both puzzles and playing games online can be good practice, as long as you enjoy it and want to, you know, keep doing it. Fun the Turtle asks, what is the rating you need to be in the top 100 FIDE rating? I think it's normally about 2655, and I have had a bad couple of years, so I'm below the top 100 in the world, but I'll get back at some point. Wasn't rook f4 better? Pinning the... I don't know. I quite like my position. I have a very nice... I have the bishop pair and I'm picking up some pawns and I'm just taking all of his pieces. Ooh, I blundered. I blundered. He has knight c4 check. Ooh, he didn't see that. He had knight c4 check. Then he would have been better. But he's pretty low on time. It's difficult to make good moves when you're low on time. Jackie the Swede asks, do you have students? And if you do, is it hard sometimes to act as a coach? I don't really have students. I guess I could have if I wanted to, but honestly, I find that I have a lot of stuff going on that's more interesting. So I don't, I choose not to have students because I can fill my time doing other chess stuff. I think if I were to, if I get less invites or less opportunities than I'm getting right now, then I would definitely consider doing some teaching. So I would go as far as to say that most chess professionals worldwide are coaches. That is the number one way for chess players to make a living. Because most players cannot compete against the top 20 in the world. Most players cannot have the opportunity to do commentary for various sites or networks. So coaching is a crucial part of for chess professionals. I need to read this blog of Jackie. I mean, people are going on and on about Jackie's blog. Can someone repost the link to the blog? I gotta check this out. How did you get started with chess? Asks Aluha. It starts, well, the romantic kind of way to tell it is that my mother gave my father a chess set one Christmas, and being a 7-year-old kid, I was going, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do that, because little boys are so annoying. And so that's what happened, and I got interested, and then they couldn't get me to stop playing chess. And I've stuck with it ever since. Is this gonna open in the correct window? Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little time out to read Jackie's blog. This is a very good move. Very good move. I'm gonna have to go here. And then maybe this move. I might go, no, this is even better. That sounded melodramatic, says Distant Fire. I'm stuck with it ever since. Yeah. No, but I mean, losing at chess is the worst feeling you can have. And winning at chess doesn't even come close to being as joyous as losing is sad. So kind of, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, but I can't get away from it. I can't get away from chess. Are finals more important than openings? Asks Marco Del Fortino. Finals in chess, we call them the endings, the kind of the final part of the game. And I would say no, they are not more important than openings. If you want quick progress, you can learn some opening traps, and you're gonna trap a lot of people. But at the highest level, where everyone has good openings, or most people have good openings, then knowing what to do towards the end could be the difference between winning and drawing, or drawing and losing. When you're starting out, I would make sure that I'm able to give checkmate with you need to be able to give checkmate with a rook and with a knight and a bishop and stuff like that. But as long as you have the and you need to know the pawn ending, how to make a draw with the opposition. But other than that, it's not the end of the world if you're not huge on endgames. You need to have the concept of opposition. You need to know. I don't love my position actually. I want to do the attack. I want to go here, and this king doesn't have too many pieces helping out. But on the other hand, I don't really have that many pieces for the attack. I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for him to do something. And once I go rook h8, I'm nervous about e4. This knight is so annoying. Okay, I'll kick it back. But now I massively weakened my pawn structure. So I'm not a big fan of this either. Okay, I don't think he should have done the trade. I think he should have gone knight a4 and put pressure on both of these guys. How do I learn the concept of opposition, asks Arkantosin. I think chess.com has pretty good lessons on that subject. So if you go to the learn part of chess.com and go to the I don't remember what it's called. It's called like drills or lessons or something like that. And then you get a short introduction to the concept, as well as a couple of puzzles to make sure you understand what's going on. How strong a player is Vishy Anand, asks Mora Gazimora. Vishy is pretty strong, I would say. What a question to ask. Do you think the former 3-time world champion is a good chess player? Yeah, he's decent. He's okay. I beat him once. That's actually true. I played a very good game against Vishy. Once upon a time. I'm not sure this is an improvement of your pawn structure. I think I can go try to capture this guy. Okay, it's a weird pawn structure. 2 pairs of doubled pawns. I'm just gonna take this. Give it a check. Then take this guy and this guy and this guy. Just take. Ooh, I'm low on time. Ooh, and I fell for a trap. Ah, but I protected my rook by accident. I got flagged so many times in the Arena Kings yesterday. I'm not gonna let it happen again. That must be an amazing, crazy feeling to get a win against Anand. Yeah, but it was just a blitz game. It was just a blitz game. But I played a really good game. And I had been struggling that day. I had lost so many blitz games. It was the first day of the first Norway Chess Tournament. And it was my first time playing against, like, you know, the world's elite. And I was nervous. And I started out with half a point out of 5, and I was pretty unhappy. And then for the last 4 games, I made 3 points out of 4. I beat Van Hau, I beat Vishy with black, I made a draw against Levon. So yeah, that was pretty nice. How often do you hang out with Magnus? Asks mate Linner. Not very often. Yeah, I have a little announcement. This Saturday, I'm gonna do a stream that I didn't schedule well in advance. I'm gonna do a little. It's not gonna be gameplay per se. I'm gonna be playing around with the Leela chess engine. So I managed to install it on my computer, and I thought let's just do a stream, trying it out, trying to do some analysis, trying to figure out whether this is the future of chess engines. I'm gonna add it to my schedule after this stream. It seems that most GMs start at a young age. Do you know a GM that started chess in their mid-20s? Asks Auga. No, I do not. And yes, it is a thing that most grandmasters are pretty start at a young age. And I think that is just a testament to the fact that it's kind of difficult becoming good at chess. And honestly, you need that time when you're a kid and have no other obligations. Because that's a big deal, that as an adult, you never have the opportunity to learn something as well as when you are a kid. Partially because you have so much more stuff going on. As a kid, you can, basically do whatever you want most of the time. And you don't have that freedom as an adult. Yusevich asks, how did Magnus react when you destroyed him in Norway Chess some years ago? I think he was disappointed. He was just having a terrible tournament. So I don't think... He was upset for more than one reason. Tricky guy. If I take this one, he has bishop c3. So I'm not going to take that one. Ooh, he might have f5. f5 might be a very, very good move. Okay, I'm going to take this one and hope that he doesn't play f5. Because then my rook gets cut out of the game. I'm going to go here, then here, and then here. I got this pawn under control. It's not going to be able to run away. Now for some attacking, featuring my extra bishop. Is there a checkmating threat? I don't think so. On the other hand, I do have a checkmating threat of my own. And Martin resigns. Thank you for the sub today, Martin. Good game. How many moves does the average GM see ahead? Asks Board. It depends on the situation. Sometimes you can see many moves ahead, and sometimes you gotta trust your intuition because there's so many different possible moves. So what determines how many moves you see ahead is how many moves you have to calculate for each individual move. So in endgames you can see pretty far ahead because there are not that many possibilities you need to account for. Whereas in the opening or especially in the middle game, you're not going to see very far ahead because there are just so many possibilities you have to account for. Moja Gazimora asks, can anyone be a grandmaster if they work at it? It's a good question. And I'm not sure. I'm gonna say the answer is probably no. But I think any international master could become a grandmaster if they kind of, as you say, work for it. As long as you kind of have as long as you clearly understand the basics, I think you can become a grandmaster. So international master, even FIDE master should be able to go further, in my opinion. It depends on the personality, says Vertrich. And I would agree. No, it definitely depends on personality. So it's not just about working for it. You have to have the right, well, mentality, but also mental strength. I think this is going to be checkmate. Just move your bishop to e8. And this is going to be checkmate. Unless your name is John Bartholomew or Lawrence Trent. Yeah, no, I think both of those guys are going to be grandmasters. But they're taking their time, no doubt about it. It follows from what you said that not everyone can become a FIDE master. Yeah, I guess it does follow. Yeah, I don't, yeah, maybe I don't agree with myself. It's a very difficult and very hypothetical question. Judith was better than her sister, so there must be some genetic thing. No, Judith was better because she was the youngest sister. I think I think she was better because they already had a support system, and they already had an idea of what worked and what didn't work, and she had her elder siblings be an inspiration for her, something to reach for. So I think, well, Judith is special, of course, but I think it also helped her that she was the youngest of the sisters. So well, but this is a big discussion that there's not only genes, but there's also environment. And and having a father that was working very hard to make them the best chess players in the world. It could backfire, but in this case it worked out pretty well. And c4 traps the knight. He was paying attention. He thought I was so concentrated on the king side that he forgot all about the other side of the board. The queen side stuff is happening over there as well. And this is gonna be very tricky to come back from. Yeah, he's just gonna resign. Piece down. He's cramped on both sides of the board. No coming back from that. And Yusevich says that Judith has said something very similar herself, that she benefited from her older sister's experience. Sparry has a good answer, says Jackie. I don't have that on my screen. Kind of Blue asks, who is your favorite non-Norwegian chess commentator? Well, I'm gonna be pretty boring and answer the guy everyone answers, but I think it's because he is definitely one of the best and one of the most entertaining. And that is Mr. Piotr from St. Petersburg. Peter Svidler is my favorite. But he's also a very nice guy, and he's so friendly, and he's been very nice to me over the years. So I may have some personal bias as well. Ben Cool asks, can you see my challenge? No, I cannot see your challenge. There may be some trouble with your setting. ChessBay was putting in a command about how it could be a situation on your end that makes the challenge not go through. I'm not super happy about my position right now. I have this nice square on d5, but preferably I would like to have it for a knight or a bishop. The queen is not the best piece to kind of just stick here. And white has more options of opening files than I do. Oh, he resigned! He blundered his rook and he resigned and I didn't see it. I managed to play king f7 before he resigned. Guys, you gotta keep fighting. I'm not gonna catch all of your blunders. Oh, that hurts. He blundered his rook and I didn't see it. And he resigned assuming that I would see it. Oh man. That hurts. That was stupid, Hiataman says in the chat. I resigned too early. Yes, you did. I don't mind you resigning with a rook down, but you gotta make sure that I'm gonna take your rook. Double blunder, says Excalibur. Antonio Esfandiari is a pro poker player. Yes, he is. But let me give you a little secret. I don't think this is the guy. I don't think this is Antonio. But that's just me. When I'm faced with A, you're playing a super famous poker player who you have watched TV broadcasts of, or B, there's an imposter. I'm gonna be pretty cynical about it. Svidler is very lazy, says man from Utrecht. Yeah, no, he's not lazy per se, but uh, he he likes, well, he lacks some fighting spirit in some moments, uh, which is why I felt so bad when I was trying to force a draw with white against him, and he decided to play the Sicilian. So that made me feel a bit bad that I'm so bad at chess that Peter Svidler wants to play for a win with the black pieces. Because he doesn't play for a win with black very often. And he won the game. I played a terrible game and he won easily. So that feels bad, man. When you decided to go for a risk-free game with white and you end up losing in 18 moves. So he can be dangerous. I know. I have felt it. Moragazi asks, should the GM title be taken away if you drop below 2,500? No. The title is for life. That's how it always has been. But yeah, there are a lot more Grandmasters now than there were in the past. I don't know if that can be addressed at all. If you start moving the rating limits, it's always going to be unfair for someone. How do people challenge you? Yes. Let me link you the way to challenge. Svidler is okay, but I prefer the genius that is Finn Gnat, says ATI. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Finn. I think he's very good. He is he is the host of the Norwegian chess broadcasts at TV2, which honestly is something I think chess can learn from. The fact that you have a designated host whose job it is just to basically direct, saying that now we're going to go here, now we're going to go here. If the expert commentators kind of finish or don't have anything to say, then he's going to jump in and do a general talk or ask some questions he has about the position. And I think that is a role that chess broadcasts haven't had, but might want to add. Because I think the way Finn executes it is very, very good. And chess might learn something from the professional TV people in that regard. Guess I'll go here. Ooh, I just blundered my queen. Nah, I can play c5. This is a typical probing move. I want to go here next. And I didn't really have a big idea per se, but this rook is actually worse on e3 because now I can attack it in some lines. So one of his best moves is probably just to go back. And I think my queen was on d8 and now it's on d7. So I can claim I improved the situation of my queen by doing this strange maneuver. Distant Fire says that Jen Shahidi is the host during the St. Louis broadcasts. Yeah, I suppose she is. I haven't been watching, really. That's why I didn't think about them or her. Yeah. No, if it's clear that she's the boss and she's the one who decides what to do, then I think it's the same role. But if Jennifer is getting overruled on something, then I think it's kind of, it's not the same thing. Because it's important to know that Finn is our boss, not the other way around. He is in charge of everything. I was much better here at some point, but now my position deteriorated a little bit. I'm still a bit better with the bishop here, but I feel like I should have been winning with my dark square control some moves ago. Now with a4 and the pressure against c4, I'm definitely winning. We have a 5-minute challenge from Tenrum. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll go for this. We have time. I'm gonna be here for another hour and a half, or I'm gonna quit when there's no more challenges. Or we're gonna do second games. Who knows? Yeah, okay. So Jen and Yasser basically has the host job in St. Louis. Good. I think it's an underappreciated role in chess broadcasts. I guess you could say that Jan is also the host in the Chess24 broadcasts, but he's doing more of an analytical job than what I would say the host's role is. I'm getting hungry. Let's see, can we capture something? Can we sacrifice something? I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna put the knight here and then get out the bishop next. That looks like an IKEA mug. Yes, yes it is. It's a very nice IKEA mug to me. I think it's very nice. It's very clean. No fuss, just a good, nice cup. Can you read off the challengers? Asks Jackson. Okay, so next is Budu Sedak, and then we have Rice, we have Excalibur, we have Christian, we have Jackson, we have No Luck, Only Talent, Rodrigo, and Super Cool Vampire, and Ruiz. Those are the guys on the list. Can we get the challenge link? Yes. Blitz or bullet? I cannot see your challenge, Benkel. I cannot see your challenge. Hi, Hammer, says Nils. How are you today? Did you get any more A's on your tests? And now we have checkmate coming up. Let's do some hammer times for the checkmate. "11 Hydro, hammer me daddies," he says. Well, just do a challenge. And I'll crush your bones. You need some stronger opponents to get over 2649, says Stiley. Yeah, no, it's a work in progress. One step at a time. I'm gonna get there, don't you worry. How many people waiting for 3 minutes? Quite a few. Wild Honey Bear has to go. Thanks for the stream, thanks for the game, I love you. I'm at least your 4th biggest fan. Well, thank you. My 4th biggest fan. Let's see, number 1, probably my mom. Number 2, maybe my dad. 3, maybe my sister. 4th biggest fan is pretty good. It's way up there. Fourth biggest fan and not even a sub badge, says Ghetto Porridge. Yeah. Oof, I blundered knight d5. I blundered knight d5. Oof, luckily he didn't see it. Because this was my intention. Now I'm gonna have the cheeky queen h2 checkmate. Hammer time. Dean asks, have you ever been up Trolltunga in odds? Honestly, I don't even know what odds is. I'm guessing you meant to write Odda. Trolltunga. Is that the... I've been up Trollstigen, but I guess that's a different thing. So I think the answer to your question is no. Peter Rangus asks, hey Hammer, planning on playing any bullet today? Yes. If you challenge me to a bullet game, I'm gonna play some bullet. But most people are challenging blitz. We did a lot of bullet to start the day, but now it's mostly blitz challenges coming in. Tallgren asks, ready for the chess party next week, by which he means the chess festival in Bergen. Yeah, I'm pretty ready. I'm actually traveling a lot this month. So there's going to be fewer streams, but more, I guess, closer together. So I'm going to do a lot of streams as long as I'm in Oslo. And then when I'm on the road, it's going to be way more sporadic. Do you need someone to water your plants? I'm a big fan of plastic plants. They look good all the time, and they don't need watering. I have told some people this and they just shake their head. Apparently people are really into plants. I don't see what's wrong with some plastic plants. I thought the main thing was for them to look good. And they look good for longer when they're plastic. Plastic, fantastic. Truly a barbarian, says man from Utrecht. I agree, says Distant Fire. Less hassle, he says. Yeah, no, but it's true, no? It's not about how it looks, it's about showing that you're an adult who can keep things alive, says man from Utrecht. Okay, so having plants is basically a preparation for having kids. Is that what you're saying? Hammer time for that checkmate. Back and forth with the queen, giving up the knight to open up the H file. It's step one on having kids, says Lauren. Okay, had I known, maybe I would have taken my plant duties more seriously. At the moment, I have 2 dead plants in my window, given to me as a gift. So I guess I failed miserably. Maybe it was a test. Actually, I regret this move. Maybe I should have taken the knight. You can always get a cactus, says Evote. Actually, I have a story about cactuses. My mother once brought a new plant into the living room window. And me being a complete idiot thought that it looked a bit like a cactus. So I asked her, Mom, is this a cactus? And then I did this. Because it didn't look like the cactus in the movies, but it had some resemblance. And I went, is this a cactus? And poked it. I can confirm that it was a cactus, and getting those thingies out of your finger, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Okay, cactus is plural and it's 1 cacti, which 3, 4, 5 people wanted to let me know in the chat. Is that for real? Why do we say cactus then? Because whenever you talk about it as one, then you say cactus. No. Look at this cactus. It's not plural, right? One cactus, several cacti. Ah. Okay. I guess I learned something. I didn't know we had the grammar police in the chat. You're gonna enjoy yourselves because I make so many mistakes. I'm surprised that this is the biggest reaction I've ever gotten. Surely I've had some way worse mistakes previously. Botanist, botanics, botan. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. You're excusing me for being bad at English. But this you thought was an interesting fun fact. And you thought I might learn something. And I did. I did learn something. Ooh, that's not a good move. Ah, he's getting very low on time. Getting desperate with low on time. Yeah, I'm sorry, but in order for me to play against everyone, we gotta play 3 minute. Botanics. Now that feels wrong to me as well. Botanics. Botanics. Never mind. I'll learn to speak English some other day. Ooh, bishop g5 just walked straight into that. I'm gonna take your rook. Ooh, and take this one. Thank you. Knight 4 in the chat wants to thank me for the advice I gave the other day. He used to be 950 and now instead he's 860. Yeah, I'm sorry. I still think that it was good advice. I don't remember precisely what I said, but I'm sure it was very good advice. You just need a little more time to implement it. So just keep doing whatever I told you to do, and you're gonna see results in the long run. Can we give checkmate in a fancy way? Probably, but let's just take the rook. And a checkmate on the side of the board. And we got a 1 minute challenge coming in. 1 minute challenge. I'm gonna prioritize the 1 minute challenges for a little while, because I get in the rhythm. And after getting one 1 minute challenge, I don't want to stop my flow. Bullet with reading every message out loud. Go, says Evo. Yeah, no, that's gonna be tricky. Someone get Hammer, please, says Distant Fire. I think he's upset about me winning every single game so far today. And that's actually a true story. Every single game. Hammer wins after checkmate. Hammer time. Nobody's getting me. Maybe we should have prizes. Ah, I forgot. I forgot that I wanted to do bullet games. Never mind. I just took the next guy in line, and that was Rodrigo from Brazil. That was brutal. Thanks for the game, says Jackson. Rodrigo has put on his thinking hat in this opening. It's actually a French opening, but he played a Sicilian. I think I basically trapped him or tricked him into a French defense. You know what? I'm just gonna take this. Let's not make things overly complicated. Take that guy, get the rook on the e-file. And then when he moves the bishop, you time it so that now you take on c5, making him move the bishop twice in a row. More thinking time for Rodrigo. This would be a nice moment for you to ask questions. I know that there are so many things I have missed in the chat. But now we have some spare time. Watching Rodrigo, trying to figure out what to do about the dark squares. Look at these dark squares. He has big trouble on these squares. He has nothing to compete against my queen. Threatening on g7. And if he goes knight f6, then bishop g5. And then he's getting chased away once again. What is your favorite city in the world? Asks Arkan. That's a good question. I would have to say yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think the city I have spent the most time in as a tourist is London. So I would probably say London. But at the same time, I think Philadelphia was very nice. And Paris was okay as well. So it's a very tough question. Are there any TV shows you're following at the moment? Asks Distant Fire. Are there any TV shows I'm not watching is the better question. I have not seen Mad Men. I have not seen Game of Thrones. Those are the big kind of shocking non-watching. But other than that, I see a lot of stuff. That's a good move. Yeah, that's a very good move. You know what? I'm gonna go here. It's super risky. But I think... okay, so he should have gone rook takes g2. He had a tactic there, which would have won him a pawn. But my kind of thinking was that winning the pawn, he would still have a very bad pawn structure. So I thought even with losing a pawn, I would have an okay position. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Westworld. I haven't seen Vikings. In general, there's a lot of TV shows I'm not following at the moment because I started going legit. I started paying for my TV shows, and that has meant the number of shows I watch has decreased. Westworld has a Norwegian actress, so in Norway I guess there's some interest for that. Okay, we're gonna do an endgame. This is possibly the worst pawn structure in the history of the world. So I'm kind of thinking that I should be able to win this. I'm not quite sure how just yet, but it's gotta be winning somehow. What is your IQ? Asks Emil. I don't really know. I never did one of the formal tests. I did an informal test on the internet sometime, and I think I scored like 121-ish, which is good, but it's nothing crazy. I think there's a nice myth to the fact that people think that chess players are these kinds of geniuses. But there are chess players of all varieties. I really regret going with my pawn here. That was very silly. Because now I have no white square control. Okay, but it's okay. I can go with my king. Considering the cactus story right now, I'm assuming it to be about 80, says the man from Utrecht. Yeah, no, I have my stupid moments for sure. IQ is not really showing anything. Yeah, I agree. No, but the thing is that you cannot really judge IQ as long as people can practice and get better at it. Benkel, I can see your challenge and you're at the top of the list. But I think IQ of 100 is supposed to be the average, right? So 120 is well above the average, but like Mensa is 140. So I feel perfectly satisfied with my level of intelligence. Who has the best jokes, you or Magnus? Asks Ariel. I have the best jokes. I mean, is that even a question? I guess you guys can be the judge of that with Magnus streaming a little bit, but Magnus has his moments, but most of the time it's just extremely bad. He's very into puns and stuff like that, and he does horrible puns. Tell us a joke. Well, this entire stream has been me joking around, no? Do you see my challenge? Asks Stipe. Your handle is K-O-N. No, I do not see your challenge. Horrible puns are the best kinds of jokes, says Ariel. Yeah, no, I mean, some of them are funny, but some are just, you know, horrible. Can you beat Magnus? Asks Rambo. I'm gonna tell you a story. The last time I played against Magnus in a chess tournament, I beat him. That is entirely true, although a couple of times when I tell that story, people don't believe me. But that is the truth. I did not execute this very well. I had a very nice position, but right now I did something wrong. Oof, I did something very wrong. I'm gonna have to go here, and then here, and then just rook f1 back. Is the root cause of Magnus's jokes Seinfeld? Asks Too Weak Too Slow. I don't know. Magnus is a big fan of Curb Enthusiasm as well, or the Larry something show. I think they have a lot of pretty bad jokes as well. Can you beat Magnus at football? Asks Ender. Oh, Magnus is a decent soccer player. I think, but we do very different things. So Magnus is the attacker. He likes to shoot whenever he has a chance. He's gonna shoot. He has better stamina than me. He's a better dribbler and so on and so forth. But when it comes to defense, I'm stronger. I'm kind of in some duels, or I don't know what you would call it in English, but when there's a fight for the ball, if it's in the air or whatever, people stay away more when I'm trying to tackle them than when Magnus is playing to tackle people. I think that's the best way I have to describe that. I'm not crazy about my position. Something is strange here. Yeah, this guy. I'm nervous about that guy, but now I have this check, so I guess I'm fine. Now maybe this move? I did beat Magnus in beach volleyball. That is entirely true. There's actually video of that on YouTube. We played an exhibition match with some of the best girls in Norway. So we played teams. And me and Janne, I don't entirely remember her name, Janne something. We beat Magnus and his partner Victoria. And I got a serve ace, underhand serve ace. That was pretty good, pretty sweet. Okay, now I'm gonna do some bullet games for real. Do you like the Evanescence? Yes, I think they're very good. Bring me to life. Yeah. No, it's very good. Oh my gosh, he tried. Everyone see that? You see what happens when you give away your bishop? You lose the game. That's what happens. Li Fong failed. I told you it was gonna fail. You guys don't listen to me. I told you it wasn't gonna work. But do you trust me? No. You don't trust anything I say. And checkmate. Never stop trying, people. Actually, maybe it was just unlucky timing. If he had done that after I had played a couple of bullet games, maybe I would have been more speedy. But coming straight from the blitz games, I was going to be a little bit slow. And that just meant I got to take that bishop, no problem. To a bullet simul. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. That sounds difficult. Yeah, d4 was not a good move. Not a good move. But it's okay. I'm a clean piece up, which means I should be able to win this game pretty easily. Also, this bishop is not the greatest piece I've ever seen. You wanted to take that guy. You're just giving me a new diagonal to... I shouldn't have allowed e5. But it's okay. And the checkmate on g3. We're playing against Ollie from Scotland. Hyper blindfold, 3 checks simul. Yeah, that sounds special. Actually, there was something the chat suggested, which I thought was a very good idea, but now I've forgotten all about it. I think it was when I was doing the hand and brain with Kimya, someone made a very good suggestion, and I don't remember what it was. Win on time. Hyper blindfold, ha ha ha. No, I think hyper bullet is like 30 seconds instead of 1 minute. But honestly, hyper blindfold is not going to be any more difficult than bullet blindfold. Because I think part of playing blindfold is that you can flag your opponents. In blindfold bullet, I'm just as likely to flag my opponents as they are to flag me. Honestly, that's what I think. So I think hyper blindfold bullet could be possible. Okay, I'm worse. King Huseby is playing very well up to that point. Just as I was saying that, he mouse slipped. He was probably trying to play queen a6 and he misclicked and the queen went straight into the path of the bishop. Yeah, I'm being a bit careful now, you can tell. I'm not having any of your stuff. I'm not gonna lose a bishop and a rook on stream. Gonna make sure to avoid that. Okay, bit careful with the queen. Another win. Did we play against Super Cool Vampire? I do not remember, but I think no. I'm holding back my moves for you guys. Holding back my moves. Do not try anything funny. I'm holding back my moves. I'm not gonna get some bishop h6. Holding back my moves. Okay, there I didn't hold back. I really should have learned to play some proper openings. This is pretty depressing. Should have taken with the pawn. Now I have counterplay. Oof, now I get a free rook. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one goes. Another one bites the dust. Dun, 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 dun. Another one bites the dust. Oof. This is such a good day. I have won every single game. Every single game today. I even won there. We had one guy who had 2,500 blitz rating, and I won that game as well. I'm on fire today. On fire. Okay. Trouble. I guess I'm gonna go here. Yeah. I was supposed to win a rook, and somehow I'm not even material up at this point. How did that happen? I don't really understand. Ah, the blunder comes to save the day for me. Ooh, that became pretty close, but I got there in the end. Okay, last bullet game, and then we're gonna do some more blitz. Why did you not take the bishop? Yeah, no, I was afraid of queen to c3 with the double threat against the rook and the bishop. That was what I was afraid of. So I have this bishop, should cover stuff on the h-file, as long as he doesn't manage to bring the queen over. So I'm gonna make sure he doesn't get to bring the queen over. I'm a bit nervous about this move, but it's okay. I'm blocking with my d-pawn. Now I'm also threatening this knight and also trying to get the exchange of queens, which is a success. I have successfully exchanged the queens, and now I get the rook as well. Good for me. Let's see, unders. Are we gonna play against unders? I think so. Ruthless Grandmaster beats his fans to a pulp. Is Distant Fire's suggestion for the new stream title. Yeah, why not? Do you think that's gonna lure in more people, or do you think that's gonna put people off? It looks like we're not getting a game against unders. Next up is Military Chess from Canada. A 5-minute game. It's fine. This is gonna be my chance to get a new high score rating on the chess.com server. If I win this game, I will get my highest ever chess.com blitz rating. Stipe, I do see your challenge. You are on the list. Ruthless GM takes the hammer to his viewers. Is man from Utrecht's suggestion for the stream title. Emil asks, do you have hobbies? Yeah, I like to play soccer. I guess that's a hobby. I'm a big fan of soccer. It appears I didn't get that game either, so Chess Malaga is the next one. Presumably from Malaga. Can you play the Grob the next time you get white? No. No, I'm not gonna play the Grob. I don't want to be a bad role model. Ooh, Chess Malaga! Did you really just do that? Ooh, e6, that's gonna hurt on the white squares. If he had taken on e6, then bishop g6 is checkmate. Ooh, and now knight e5. with the fork on the king and the bishop. This is an opening disaster for black. And now the bishop is coming. The bishop is coming on the light squares. How are you going to defend against this? It's a bit of a crisis right now. Did you see the Champions League semifinals? No, I did not. I was streaming for you guys. You guys kept me busy, so I didn't get to see the semifinals. I do watch some Premier League games, yes. Spetsnuts with the question. And Queen H5 with the checkmate. A lot of things went wrong there on the white squares. Swing Chopper asks about improving endgames. I seem to lose every rook or pawn ending I enter. Good book or website or trick to improve? Well, I know that chess.com has some good pawn ending and rook ending lessons. And one of the resources you have on chess.com is that you have these drills. So you can play a set position out against the computer. So basically you can just go into a rook ending with a pawn down, for instance, and then you can play it out against your level on the computer to make sure that you not only have the theoretical knowledge of how to play such positions, but also that you can do it in gameplay. What type of music do you listen to, Hammer? Asks Emil. I listen to basically everything, but I'm not the most, let's say, innovative listener. I'm a bit slow getting on the new trends. So I listen to a lot of music that other people would consider, oh, well, this was a hit like 3 years ago. So that's my music. I'm late to the party, and then I discover things 3 years after everyone else. I think the BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge is very good. And the artists coming there doing covers of other people's songs and their own song, I think that's really good. So I check their YouTube channel. I use YouTube for listening to music. I mean, I tell people that and they just shake their head. Everyone else on Spotify and then Hammer using YouTube. Do you like Avicii? Asks Arkan. I never listened to Avicii, so I don't actually know. Plastic Plants, YouTube for music listening. Yeah, you're getting a lot of very personal information today. Actually, maybe I should have stopped him from taking on c6. I regret not taking this bishop. I'm gonna make it up to myself. Ooh, I had not seen that coming. That's a good move. Or is it? That might be a good move. Whew, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, no, that's a good move. I should have moved my queen. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Yeah, okay, that was not the right follow-up. The right follow-up would have been f4, just getting the piece back. Oh no, f4, I have knight h3. Never mind, that was not a good move. You blundered a piece for nothing. And I didn't see the refutation. I spent some time on that before I saw why you didn't want to go f4. It's not a them, Yusevich. It's one person, Avicii. A Swedish guy. He died a week or two ago. Fred in the game chat says, I got frightened when you said it was a good move. Yeah, sorry about that. False expectations. I was handing it out. I also put pineapple in pizza, Bertrich, but I put it in pizza because pineapple is good. And I want good stuff in my pizza. Human pizza doesn't sound appealing. No, it doesn't. But pineapple is good, that's why I put it in there. It's not gonna be humid anyhow. I mean, it's gonna dry up in the oven. Did I miss a mate in one? Did he miss a mate in one? I don't know. Vara Shrev says that we missed something. And Lauren agrees with the pizza pineapple situation. Pineapples and broccoli. That's good stuff. And not to mention carrots. Okay, I'm gonna do, originally I was scheduled to go until 8, which is in 15 minutes, but I was very late today, so I'm gonna do an additional 20 minutes to make up for being late from the meeting I had. Emil asks, what is your goal in chess for the next 5 years? Oh, that is such a tough question. Such a tough question. Because then I have to admit that I don't really have big ambitions. And then people are going to go, why don't you have big ambitions? And I'm going to go, okay, bishop takes was actually pretty good, I think. I'm getting outplayed. This diagonal toward my king, I would really like for my pawn to go back. But pawns don't go backwards, unfortunately. I'm not sure about this move. Maybe something like queen c2 would have been good. And then knight g5 next. I think I managed to ignore Emil's question. My ambitions are not great. I want to make a living from doing chess in one form or another. And that is my only ambition. That's a piece blunder on e5. You did not have enough coverage. Maybe he missed that my bishop was still doing a good job down on b8. Carrots on a pizza? Question mark, says Chaira. Yes, yes, you should do that. It's so good. Honestly, I was surprised when I learned that people don't have carrots on their pizza. I mean, why would you not have carrots on your pizza? It makes no sense. Okay, I'm playing against I will sack 2 pawns, and I'm gonna be very disappointed if he doesn't sacrifice 2 pawns. Udai says, what you eat is not pizza. That is true. I don't eat cheese. So there are some people who have objections to calling what I eat pizza. So I don't know what I would call it. Maybe nice bread with good stuff on it. Bro, you are making me hungry, says Lauren. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm very hungry myself. And I'm really much looking forward to getting something to eat. And all of this is inspiring talk making me go on. Yusevich says, that was a shock for me when you told publicly on your Twitch that you are not able to do your living from chess. No, what I said was I'm not able to make a living from playing chess. It's an important distinction. So I make my living from chess, but I do other things than playing. Playing is not my main source of income. You were in the 2700 club, so it's hard to understand, says Yusevich. Yeah, no, but in order to make a living playing chess, you cannot live off past performances. You have to be very good all the time, and you have to get nice invitations, or you gotta, yeah, or you gotta win all your tournaments. What does a grandmaster eat on a Thursday evening? I don't know. I'm gonna check the fridge and then come back to you. But I'm guessing either a chicken tikka, or I know that I have some leftovers, so probably I'm gonna eat the leftovers and then see how hungry I am. Okay. I will sack 2 pawns has so far lost 1 pawn, and another one is in trouble. But I'm not gonna be as generous as to say that these have been sacrifices. I think he has lost 2 pawns instead of sacking them, sacrificing. Viking says Norway is probably one of the worst countries to live from playing chess as well. Yeah, so I mean, I can only make a living from chess because I'm from Norway, because Magnus is creating opportunities. Uh, but had I only been playing chess, then the cost level in Norway would have been an issue. If you win a tournament outside of Norway, are you still required to pay Norwegian taxes as well? Um, Most tournament prices are not actually taxed locally. So yes, I tax in Norway, but I don't get double taxed. Actually, we have a lot more challenges than I was expecting at this stage. Okay, I'm gonna prioritize those with 3-minute games, and then at the end I'm gonna do a couple of bullet games. What is your biggest prize win? Asks man from Utrecht. My biggest win was the World Cup. The World Cup in Tromsø. I have never actually managed to qualify for any of the chess World Cups, but in Tromsø I got a wild card, and I used that wild card to pretty good effect. In the first round I beat Movsesian, who was like 26.95, and in the second round I beat Navarra, who was 27 something. And then in the third round, I lost to Galakamsky. So I made it to the third round of the Chess World Cup, and that was maybe $10,000, $8,000, somewhere around that. Do you watch snooker? Asks Magnus Mort. I did previously a little bit. Because the thing is, when you travel around Europe on chess tournaments, usually the only channel where you can understand anything is Eurosport. Because in Germany and France in particular, all of the TV shows are dubbed. It's not texted, it's actually dubbed. So the only thing I could watch was Eurosport. And Eurosport, what they were broadcasting a lot of the time was snooker. It was before Discovery bought them, I think. At the very least, they didn't have as many sport rights as they do now. And so I had to watch snooker because that's the entertainment there was. Also keep in mind that this was before internet became a huge thing. It was back in 2005. So for some reason I wasn't sitting on Facebook all day, which I probably would be these days at tournaments. There are semifinals in the World Championship in snooker. Yeah, I don't really know too many names. I know O'Sullivan, and then I know there's a pretty good guy with an extremely English name. So ordinary name, it's funny how ordinary it is. But I don't remember what it is. Do you like to read novels? Asks Emil. No, I basically do not read. I read web newspapers, and that's about it. I haven't read anything that was kind of non-crime novel since I was a kid, basically. No, but I mean, too weak, too slow. In Norway, I mean, you don't really need to speak English to watch the American TV shows, because we text everything, and to a Norwegian, it's not strange watching a TV show with text. It's just normal. And sometimes I test my mom, kind of, did you catch what he just said? And the thing is that when you have the text, you don't actually realize. Even if you speak English, you look at the text, and often that is your main source of following the TV show. Timeout. Vara Shrew. Yeah, I think we played before. I just remembered you had a comment in the chat. Okay, I guess we're doing another game. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm trying to give one game to each, but sometimes I forget who I already played. We have 20 more minutes. I'm gonna have time for some games. Yeah, closed caption. Yes, that is the correct term. Have you ever been on a game show? No. Actually, I was invited to be on a new game show in Norway, or not to be on it, but to be part of the pilot, the testing of a new concept. But unfortunately, I had a chess game that day, so I had to say no. It was the Nikolai Ram. I don't remember what the program was called, but it was something with this guy. Once actually, it's not a game show per se, but once Magnus and I was part of, well, it's kind of a game show. It's two retired Norwegian alpine skiers, and they're challenging different sports personalities for a TV show. And okay, now I'm accepting challenges from multiple people I played already. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try not to do that. Did they pick it up, or was it cancelled after the pilot? I call it a pilot because they called it a pilot. But the thing is that this is the Norwegian state broadcaster, so there was never any doubt that they had the money to do it. I think they just wanted a pilot to test it before it went on air. So yeah, it's going on in Norway right now. I haven't seen it. I don't actually have a television, so I can't see it. I think it had mixed reviews. Did you see Gormally on The Chase? No, I did not. Gormally was on The Chase? Is that like a wilderness show where you're trying to get back to civilization or something? I know that Sam went on this American show. That was pretty special. He actually managed to do a practical prank on me. A practical joke. Because he emailed me. He made a new email account. And he said that I'm a TV producer for Fox in the US. And we're looking for someone, a remake of Beauty and the Beast or something. And, you know, this lady contacting me from a casting agency saying that Fox, the biggest TV TV, the biggest broadcaster in the world, they wanted me, and I thought, well, yes, of course they want me. Why wouldn't they want me? I had no sense of danger at all in that situation. And Sam pulled a really nice practical joke on me. But I think the only reason he was able to do that was because he did this American TV show himself. And he used that mail he had gotten for that show as a part of tricking me. Because the first email I got was so realistic. I didn't even consider that this was a joke. I really feel like Black should get back to me on what the chase is, and especially how Gormali landed in this show. I don't really know Gormali. I have never seen him, but I have the impression that he's a bit of a character. Yeah, Fox and Fox News is similar but different. So basically all the Hollywood movies you watch is Fox Entertainment or something. They're really big. The Murdoch Empire. This is a boring game. I'm yawning partially because I'm tired still, but also because this position is not really... It's gonna be tricky doing some magic here. Emil asks, did you hear that Nigel Short will be a candidate for FIDE president? Yes, someone actually told me in the chat yesterday. Apparently that is my source of chess news right now. The chat tells me what's going on in the world of chess. I also was informed that Carlsen had declined the invitation to the Speed Chess Championship, and that I had been invited, or that it was public that I had been invited to a Speed Chess Invitational qualifier. So I'm getting all my news from the chat. Yeah, my energy levels are not great. Queen Exchange. Do I want that? Or do I want to take this guy? Maybe I want to take that guy, actually. Give a check and take this guy. Yeah, I can do that. What is the alternative? Yeah, I'll do that. How many has won against Hammerboy Toy? Asks Norwegian chess giant. No one is the correct answer. No one has defeated the hammer. That is just how I like it. I have a record of a gazillion to 0. No way Nigel can beat Kirsten, says Midnight Fox. Yeah. I would probably agree with that. I don't think Nigel would get my vote. Well, I actually could have taken this guy. I'm gonna do that if I get another chance. Yusevich, do you like Nigel or not? If no, why? Well, Nigel is not a very nice person, so I'm not a big fan of him. He has said some very nasty things about me on his Facebook. Ooh, I almost fell for that. I almost fell for that one. Ooh. I almost fell for that one, but caught it just in time. Sometimes when your opponent checks you, you just automatically move your king. But this time I caught your queen. That was some trickery at the end. Andrew asks, do you think Kasparov would have a chance for FIDE president? Well, he tried. He tried and he failed. So I'm gonna go with no, I don't think so. I guess I'm gonna go here. And then let's see what happens. You know what? I'm gonna go unorthodox. No, I'm not. Oh, let's just play some normal moves. Let's see if we can trick our opponent. Actually, maybe I can do this. he's gonna sacrifice, and then it's gonna be unclear. Unclear consequences, and I don't like that. I want the consequences to be clear. I want the consequences to be that Hammer wins the game in style without ever being in trouble. Hammer, eat some food, you're falling asleep. That is so true. But I'm gonna do 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna go eat. We have a lively discussion in the chat, so it's not all bad. You can entertain yourselves. Uptime, asks Mr. Bag. We have been online for 3 hours. Okay, I underestimated knight c3. Bad news. Yeah, I think knight c3 was a good move there. Now I'm gonna get the queen going. I don't see myself running for FIDE president, no. I don't see anyone voting for me as FIDE president if I were to run either. 4 hours? Carrot time, says Chira. Yeah, you know it. Carrots. I might even grab a banana. I might even grab a banana. Okay, so he has to go queen d3 in order to stop checkmate. But on the other hand, queen d3 is probably a good move. Yeah, this is not good, because now my knight gets to h5, and then it can go to g3, and I'm gonna give my rook, because knight g3 is checkmate. Let's do some hammer times for that checkmate. Dragularius is up to date on the theory of the Caro-Kann, playing queen e2 like Maxim and Anish. Some very strong players have been playing this queen e2 move. And I'm following Ryazantsev, who played queen to a5, intending bishop to f5 and then e6. Emil, understanding that he can pump me for personal information, asks, what does your parents do for a living? Yeah, I'm gonna say, I don't think that's too much to share. They're economists. My dad is a professor of economics. And my mom is also an economist. At what age did you start playing chess? Asks Viking Elder. I started playing chess at 7, I would say. I started competing at 9, but I learned the rules and I went to my after-school program before that. Chicken tikka today, asks Udai. Yeah, I think so. It's one of the top choices at the very least. So I guess I'm gonna do this, and he's gonna play f5, and I'm actually just gonna take on f5, because if he takes back, there's a checkmate. He did take back, and he falls straight into the checkmate. King g2, rook g1 is check and mate. Martin, did we play against you? Probably not. Okay, Martin is the last game, the last blitz game. I'm gonna do a couple of bullet games after this. So if you have not had a game so far and you really want to play, challenge GMJLH to a 1-minute game. That's going to be your last chance of the day as I am wrapping up. Ariel is asking about our Queen's Gambit game. Where did it go wrong? I don't remember. I don't remember, I'm sorry. It's just one game and then out of the head, focusing for the next one. Ooh, I'm so tempted to go try to push this, but I don't think it's gonna work. I need to reroute this knight probably to f6. I should stop playing King G7. Whenever I play King G7, it ends up that I have to defend stuff. Defend against threats in this diagonal. If you were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, who would be your phone a friend lifeline? Wow, you guys are good with the questions today. Who would be your call a friend? It would be my dad, for sure. Yeah, definitely my dad. He is insanely knowledgeable about inconsequential trivia. I mean, he knows so much, so the kind of stuff he knows is weird, but it's also the kind of stuff you never get to use unless there's a quiz. So I would call my dad. D5 is a huge problem for me. Am I gonna lose the last game of the day? That would be such a bummer. Okay, he didn't do it, and now I'm gonna move my king once again. Once again, I'm moving the king back and forth. I have done that 2 times this game. Okay, we're gonna do some exchanges with a pawn up. I'm gonna have good chances. I could take that rook. Once again, we have a guy resigning, blundering a piece, blundering a rook, and then resigning before I play my move. This time, actually, I think I was going to see it. But at the very least, you guys gotta wait until I find it. Okay, we're gonna do 10-ish bullet games, and then it's a day. Then we're calling it. Yes, you are late to the party, Marius. I have been playing against viewers for 3 hours. And now I am hungry, amongst other things. So we're gonna do a couple of bullet games to end the day. Anthony in the house. Such a tricky kid. Such a tricky kid. But look at this center I built. No! I didn't want to drop that. I got away with it. Luckily. I got away with it. Just barely. Now there's bad stuff happening on the D file. This knight is doomed. It's doomed. let's have a new queen. Why not? And a checkmate in the end. Three more bullet games. Lawborg says that Jon Ludwig has the extraordinary ability to make you look like a complete moron. Thanks for the game. Yeah, good game. I'm just playing chess. I'm not trying to make you look like a moron. Yeah, that was supposed to be supportive, but it didn't really pan out that way. It's not my fault you're playing silly chess. That's what it sounded like. Let's take this guy. Ooh, let's take this guy. And then this guy. And then we're rushing this guy. This guy's gonna be a queen. Mark my words. And he has fulfilled his destiny. And Hansala resigns. I hate it when anybody says GG after a brutal loss, GM or otherwise. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Normally, yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Just bad game. Play better next time. No, but I know from personal experience that I get upset when people go like, good game, after you know that you played a horrible game. Yeah, I did not play this the right way. He has the bishop pair, he has the superior pawn structure. Black is just better in every conceivable way. And he can win a pawn, maybe more than a pawn. My position is so bad. I hate my position. Please let me sacrifice my rook or something in order to not have as terrible a position. Yeah, this'll do it. Ooh, and he blundered his bishop. He didn't realize that he could have taken on g7 with a check. So it didn't matter that his queen was attacked, because he would have had the counter check. And the checkmate at the end. Good game, good opening, but I managed to swindle you, like I often do. Beginner from Russia with the 1000 rating. Is that your real rating, or are you just at an anniversary of sorts? Okay, so I win 2 pieces for a rook, but he gets a pawn. This is not well advised. I think he calculated the consequences of that wrong, because now I have a queen more. The pawn did a big adventure. The F pawn having a big adventure this game. I'm gonna go here for kicks. It's not a very good move, giving away a bishop for nothing, but it's a funny move. GG is the internet equivalent of shaking hands, says Dr. Spot. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Yeah, you should shake hands with your opponent. Good game isn't like saying please or thanks, just manners. It still hurts when you lose, but I see your point. Was it a blunder when you played bishop h6? No. Well, it was a blunder in terms of it being a terrible, terrible move. But I intended to play that terrible, terrible move, and I did understand the consequences before I played it. It was just about creating some attack against his king. I think this is going to be my last game. Maybe I'll do one more game after this, but we're very much closing in on the final stages of the stream. And Mr. Fox is getting pushed back. Pushed back, I say. Okay, now I got pushed back a little bit. Let's go here. Take this one. Yeah, you shouldn't have allowed me to take that, I think. Let's go here. Okay, I'm not executing this well. Not executing it well at all. But it's gonna be good enough. Or is it? I'm getting low on time. Oh, I should not have sacrificed that exchange for no good reason. Checkmate. Never mind. Okay, final game against iTactical Chess. I have no more challenges in my on my screen. I have gone through the entirety of your challenges. I want to wish you all a good evening. I want to say that tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Bug House with Helms Knight. She is the Bug House virtuoso, and we're gonna be playing Bug House tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. So please come for that. It's at 9 p.m. European time, which is, well, it's basically in 24.5 hours. 9 p.m. European, that's 3 p.m. Eastern. Come join us for that. I'm gonna be streaming, she's gonna be streaming, we're gonna have a lot of fun. In other news, I added, or am going to add, it's more accurate, I'm going to add a stream this Saturday where I'm gonna just play with the Leela chess engine, the open source crowdsourced machine learning chess engine. That will be very exciting, says Z Fox. Yeah, I don't know whether you're talking about the Leela or the Helms Knight, but both are going to be good. All of my streams are good. You guys know that. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to go grab something to eat. In the Twitch chat, you can see the link to my schedule. That's going to keep you up to date on future streams. That's it for me. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a good one.